When the sons of Jacob grew into tribes, Judah, the tribe descended from the flawed yet redeemed man, rose to a place of prominence and leadership within the nation of Israel. And this was not by accident or mere numbers, but by divine choice. For Yahawah had already declared through Jacob's prophetic blessing that the scepter and the lawgiver would not depart from Judah until Shiloh came, Genesis 49:10. And that blessing began to manifest when Israel journeyed through the wilderness after the Exodus. Because when Yahawah gave instructions for how the 12 tribes were to camp around the tabernacle, each with its banner and order, Judah was placed in the front. On the east side, facing the sunrise, and Numbers 2 records clearly that Judah's camp, numbering 74,600, was to set out first whenever Israel moved, leading the way for the other tribes, showing that Yahawah ordained Judah to be the vanguard, the one who would march before his brothers into the unknown desert, carrying the responsibility of direction, protection, and courage. This was not only symbolic, but practical. For Judah was the largest and strongest tribe, but more than size it was calling. Because Yahawah could have chosen Reuben, the firstborn, or Ephraim, beloved of Joseph, but he set Judah first, making them the lion tribe that leads in battle. This role became even clearer when Israel entered Canaan under Joshua, because when Joshua died and the people asked Yahawah, "Who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first, to fight against them?" Yahawah answered, "Judah shall go up. Behold, I have delivered the land into his hand," Judges 1:1-2, again confirming the divine order that Judah would be first in war. The spearhead of conquest, the tribe chosen to fight and establish Israel in the land, and their inheritance reflected this responsibility. For Judah's portion was not obscure territory but the heartland of Israel, stretching from the wilderness of Zin in the south to Jerusalem in the north, including Hebron, Bethlehem, and eventually Jerusalem itself, cities that would become central to Israel's destiny. Hebron was the ancient burial place of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, a city of giants when Israel came to take it. And Caleb of the tribe of Judah displayed the boldness of a lion when, at 80 years old, he declared before Joshua, "Now therefore give me this mountain, whereof Yahawah spake in that day. For thou heardest in that day how the Anakim were there, and that the cities were great and fenced. If so be Yahawah will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out." Joshua 14:12. And with unshakable faith, Caleb drove out the Anakim and claimed Hebron as his inheritance, proving that Judah's strength was not only in numbers but in courage and trust in Yahawah. Bethlehem, another city within Judah's borders, was small and humble, yet it was destined for greatness, for from it would come Yahawashi, the eternal king, as Micah later prophesied. "But thou, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me that is to be ruler in Israel," Micah 5:2, showing that Judah's inheritance carried prophetic weight far beyond its geography, and Jerusalem, though initially held by the Jebusites, was within Judah's portion and would later become the holy city, the capital of Israel under David, and the site of the temple under Solomon. All these places within Judah's inheritance became cornerstones of Yahawah's plan, revealing that the tribe's destiny was not only military leadership, but also spiritual centrality, chosen to guard, establish, and anchor Israel in the land. Throughout the book of Judges, when Israel fell into sin and cried for deliverance, it was often Judah who went up first in battle, their strength setting the tone for the rest of the tribes, proving again and again that leadership was theirs by Yahawah's decree, not by accident. The theme of Judah as a tribe is therefore clear. Yahawah chose Judah to lead his people into battle, to establish them in their inheritance, and to secure the land for the generations to come, giving them not only the first place in the march, but also the first responsibility in war. And by giving them Jerusalem, Hebron, and Bethlehem, Yahawah set the stage for the eternal plan that through Judah would come the King of Kings, Yahawashi, the Lion of Judah who would one day march before his people into the final victory. Thus Judah the tribe stands as the lion standard lifted high in the wilderness, the fearless Caleb claiming Hebron, the guardians of Jerusalem, the shepherds of Bethlehem, all pointing forward to the truth that Yahawah chose Judah not only to fight Israel's battles, but to lay the foundation for the eternal reign of his anointed king.